So this week in pose practice, I think this is week 5. Week 5? Yes, should be. I had a lot of trouble finishing things. As you can see, I'm missing limbs everywhere, mostly on the quicker ones. But, I mean, this one I think was a longer one, and I'm still missing things on him. Not all the time. Like this one's done. Most of them are done. This one turned out pretty cool. But the biggest problem for me this week was finishing things. Going forward, this is the 15th. I tried to go really quick on some of these. Like you could see I'm really sketchy and like rough on some of them. This day turned out pretty good, but like I'm still missing limbs here and there, which isn't that big of an issue. This is the 16th. See missing limbs. I'm still getting a lot of the information down in a lot of cases, but boy, look at all this information. It's hard to tell what's going on there. But at least I have like an idea of it shows the process, which is kind of cool. What else do we got here? Yeah, it's looking good, looking better. 17th. This one was fun. I tried to do it really blocky. Again, though, still missing limbs. I want to at least have all of the limbs in, right? Like at least have something like this to imply what's going on, you know? Limbs don't need to be finished, as long as I have this, right? That's helpful. But like this one, I don't know what the rest of the pose was doing because I didn't throw in just a little line for the arms. So it's kind of a shame. This one was pretty good. This one's pretty good too. This one is good. Yeah, lots of good ones. Here's the 18th. Also, another thing I want to focus on is doing cross contour lines like this. And trying to think about lines like that as I'm going along, not just throwing them in at the end, but because a lot of the time I'll just do the contour, the outer line of something, focusing too much on that, and then I kind of lose the 3D feel of the shape like this, right? I just kind of threw an arbitrary, not arbitrary, but like it just feels like I'm focusing too much on the contour a lot of the time. The outermost line. I think that's a big problem with my legs and arms too. I'm not thinking of them as cylinders. I'm thinking of them as like a flat plane a lot of the time. This one turned out pretty good. This arm here, bicep or whatever it is. Again though, missing limbs. All in all pretty good. It's cool how much I've grown already. But yeah, so just like implying what's going on is very helpful. Missing a head. But yeah, some of these are really good, right? Like you could feel the legs twisting, kind of, in that one. Yeah. I think following the spine is really helping. I've been doing that this week. The center line and then the spine all the way down and kind of, I wonder if there's an example somewhere here. Maybe before. I wish I could find a good example of that. This is today's here. But yeah, I did it for this one. So I've got the center line here, and where it meets at the bottom of the pelvis, it kind of goes back, and then I drew the spine as well, kind of thinking of it like that. It helps to kind of wrap the full body in like imagine if you were to cut the pose completely in half and then take an extension of that slice that meets the outer edge of the entire body. It's been helping me doing that lately. Going forward on this channel, I think what I'm going to do is, alongside this daily practice, I want to, at the end of every day, pick a pose from the list. Like these are the poses I did today. So I want to pick one of these and then spend like an hour just doing a quick little rough sketch sort of thing with it. And that will be something that I want to try and do every day, just to add a little more practice in. Let's pick one. Why not? I kind of like this one, but there's not enough information in it. Nothing is really jumping out at me, which is kind of a shame. I was hoping that something would immediately like, oh, I want to draw something with this, but none of these are really jumping out at me. So maybe I'll just do this one. What kind of a pose is that though? Like, how would I throw that into something? Yeah, that's going to be the hard thing with this practice, is like moving from a pose to a scene of some sort. It doesn't have to be too detailed, but I want to make it make sense. So yeah, that'll be going forward on this channel. I'll try and do that every day. So yeah, I'll do this one, this pose. But yeah, aside from that, that's about it for today's practice session. Oh boy, I'm sleepy. So here's his legs. Doesn't look like he's jumping as much as it does in the reference though. The reference I could really see like a caped crusader, you know, jumping in on someone. And then little Batman ears. Cape. And then in this hand, like a, you know, comically big bag of money. His head is kind of bothering me. You know what I'm gonna do? There you go. Those who know, know. Okay, now I didn't really think about how I wanted to color this. How did I think about it? Yeah, this is fun. This is fun. I'm enjoying myself. I'll just do a bit of this to make it look like bricks. Right. Is that overdoing it? What do you think? Leave a comment in the description below. I think it is. I think this is fine. Very simple. That's good enough. We'll leave it there. Alright, how's that? One thing I focused on, just really quickly here, it's good practice when you're doing kind of a simple, or even when you're doing more detailed things, is not messing with the hue too much, and just going within values, like say, this is the bright, and then if you wanted to do a mid-tone, and then a darker one, you're staying within the same hue, and it kind of naturally gives you an effective gradient. So that's one thing I kept in mind here. So I've got, for my Batman, I have this. So it's kind of a nice, easy way to, or say if I was doing something green, right? Dark green. Not really messing around with the color wheel too much. And then like a bright highlight. You can go really dark too, right? So I'm going to try and do that with these. Very simple color roughs. The idea is just like a quick sketch of a scene sort of thing. Is there anything else I need to say? I don't think so. Thanks for watching.